And welcome back to the Showroom Presents. Our guest today is Mike Robinson, and he is president of the National Federation of the Blind in New York State, the Buffalo chapter, and also second vice president in all of New York State. Mike, welcome to the Showroom Presents.
Thank you for having me.
You bet, you bet. So listen, tell us a little bit about what the National Federation of the Blind is and does.
Well, the National Federation of the Blind is the world's largest organization of blind consumers. We have over 50,000 members nationwide. We are advocates. We fight for equal rights, laws, and legislation. We believe that blind people should live the lives they want, and that they are capable of following your dreams, living how you want, where you want, the way you want.
Agreed.
We have members who are doctors, lawyers, business owners, living very successful and productive lives, and that's what we advocate for. We're a democratic organization. All of our leaders are elected. And we meet annually at a national convention where our path is charted, and we also have state conventions. Our state convention is going to be in Albany this year at the end of October. And
now you also meet monthly, don't you?
We also do meet monthly locally. We have a local chapter meeting on the third Thursday of the month. Right now we're meeting at the Kenmore Village Library on Delaware Road, and I'd be happy to discuss that with anybody.
Sure. Now, when is the next meeting?
The next meeting will be October 15th at 6:30.
And that's a Thursday you mentioned, right?
That's a Thursday, yes.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit more about some of the programs that the National Federation of the Blind is involved in.
Okay, well, nationally we have many different programs. We have the International Braille and Technology Center, which is a facility that has one piece of every equipment and software available for blind people for accessibility on computers, over $2 million worth of equipment.
Wow.
We have the Jobline program. We have the NFB Link, which is a database to link people with others as sort of a mentor program to learn how to get advice from each other on how to do things, how to live a successful life. We have the Newsline program, which is our touch-tone telephone-based service, where you can read today's newspaper using a touch-tone telephone. It's totally free to the user, and right now we have over 350 newspapers on it, including the Buffalo News.
Wow.
And I want to say 25 magazines, and there's weather alerts, emergency alerts, but it is totally free to the user, and we're always looking for subscribers. Anybody that cannot read a print newspaper for whatever reason, they don't have to be blind. If they can't turn the pages, or they can't, if they have dyslexia, they can't read the words in order to make sense. That's what Newsline is, and we'd be happy to send out an application.
That's a terrific service, because that really helps a number of different people with different, issues that might keep them from keeping abreast of the news and so forth.
Yep, it's a great program, and we're always trying to sign up subscribers for that. We also do a lot of legislative work, working on different laws, getting laws passed to make life easier.
What are some of the laws that you're working on right now?
Okay, I'm gonna start at the state level.
Sure.
We have the Blind Parent Right to Parent Act that we're working on.
And what's that?
There's an issue where a social worker or a nurse may believe that two blind parents are unable to raise children, and as a result contact social services, and the children have been taken away from the parents because the parents are blind. This has happened, unfortunately, and that's how legislation gets started. Is things happen that shouldn't.
Right, right.
And we've had 3 issues in New York State in the last couple of years that we're working on with successful outcomes.
Good.
And we're just trying to get that law passed so that it becomes illegal for that to be the reason children are taken away from their parents. My wife and I are both legally blind, and we raised 2 boys, and they're very successful young men now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We're also working on the Accessible Electronic Information Act, which would fund the Newsline program through the Targeted Accessibility Fund, which is also used to pay for relay service for the deaf, as well as a few other programs. There's a tax on everybody's telephone bill currently, and there's a surplus in that fund. We'd like part of that money to be used to fund the Newsline program.
For a great cause, I might add.
Absolutely. And those are the big state issues. On a national issue, our biggest current challenge is the Time Act. It's H.R. 188.
And what's that?
Currently, it is legal for sheltered workshops that hold a 14C certificate to pay their employees less than minimum wage. We have documented evidence of people earning as little as 25 cents an hour or less in sheltered workshop
Oh, my
environments.
goodness.
And we would like to see that abolished and allow everybody to earn at least minimum wage.
Of course.
So, you do a fair day's work, you should get a fair day's pay, and a quarter an hour is not a fair day's pay.
Now that's actually shocking to me, because I mean, you hear often about the minimum wage, the federal minimum wage. So it's hard to believe that it's allowable.
It is allowable
that people would be paid less than that.
I really don't want to say names of organizations locally that do that. There was one blindness organization in Buffalo that recently relinquished their certificate, so that they are paying everybody at least minimum wage now. So we applaud that. There's only one other blindness organization in New York State that holds that certificate, and there are many other sheltered workshops and agencies that do have those certificates now still. So we're working on contact your congressman and get them to support H.R. 188 or S 2001 in the Senate. And let's get everybody making at least a minimum wage.
Absolutely. That sounds like an important piece of legislation, and I certainly hope that our elected officials give it the consideration that an issue like this so rightfully deserves.
Yep.
So best of luck with that, of course.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more.
Okay. Well, locally, the Federation, as we said, we meet on the third Thursday. And we do, the benefits of belonging to the Federation or contacting us are, we do a lot of social events, we do a lot of advocacy, we'll fight for blind children to get the services they need in school, to get the education they need, Braille or mobility instruction. We will help with housing issues. If somebody's having a problem because somebody won't rent an apartment because they're blind, we'll help with that. Service animals not being allowed to go into restaurants or public facilities, we'll help with that.
The organization certainly does a lot.
We do.
And I know you brought along some pamphlets and some books here. And we've got what is the National Federation of the Blind. So we have a nice pamphlet here that talks about the association. Also, do you know a blind person? So where can and the world under my fingers too. So talking about folks in Braille. Where can the folks at home go to get some more information and pick up brochures like this?
Okay, well, brochures and the Kernel books. That's The World Under My Fingers is one of our Kernel books. We have 32 different books full of short stories about blind people and their experiences. But to find out more about NFB, you can go to www.nfb.org. That's our national website.
Okay.
Or www.nfbny.org. That's our state website. They can also contact me, and I'd be happy to mail out Newsline applications or flyers or just talk.
Do you have an email or something you'd like to share?
I do have an email address. It's buff, B-U-F-F, NFB @gmail.com. And I'd be happy to correspond with anybody or provide more information. One of the big things is a lot of times people will go blind. They'll go to their doctor and find out, oh, you've got macular degeneration, you're losing your eyesight, turn in your driver's license, and I don't know how else I can help you. We would like to be the people that they contact next, because we'll refer you to services that are available, organizations that can help. Obviously, joining the Federation and being around people who are blind, who are successfully living with their blindness, is a huge benefit. And we want to be able to, we have nothing to gain, no financial gain from doing these referrals, but we'll make sure you get the services and the help that you need.
Oh, that's terrific. That's terrific. So, well, listen, I certainly do appreciate you stopping by today and letting the folks at home know a little bit more about the National Federation of the Blind. And I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the websites. Okay. So, for the New York State website, NFBNY.org, and nationally, NFB.org. So you can go on these websites, check them out, learn a little bit more, and see the information that's out there. And you even have Mike's email, so if you have any questions, I'm sure he'd be happy to get back to you folks.
You can also contact us by telephone at 716-877-1688.
Terrific. Well, Mike, thank you again so much.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Airport Plaza Jewelers is turning 20. Join the celebration. It's our Jamaican anniversary giveaway, an all-expense getaway to Jamaica, and a $100,000 Island Paradise shopping spree. Just stop into Airport Plaza Jewelers for your entry form. No purchase necessary. But while you're here, check out our fabulous selection of diamond anniversary jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, thousands of great designs at deep discount. Hurry down. You can't win if you don't enter the Showroom on Union Jamaican anniversary giveaway and cash spending spree. The Showroom on Union is your anniversary diamond jewelry store.